But do you see the housing markets in Toronto, the housing market in Toronto, say, as a bubble? Yeah, I mean, it looks like one from the outside.
I think we're looking at a time of
You've heard the whispers. You've seen the headlines. Canada's housing crisis has become as Canadian as maple syrup and hockey. And if you're on social media, you've almost certainly seen the blame aimed squarely at Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party. The anger is real, but is it truly all their fault? Or is that just an easy answer? Tonight, I'm not here to scratch the surface or just point fingers. I'm diving deep into the crisis that's reshaping the very fabric of our nation. I'll break down the policies and decisions, not just from this government, but from decades of leadership. I'll unpack shocking new data that shows just how far this has spiraled. This isn't just about numbers, it's about lives. So buckle up, Canada's housing crisis is worse than you think. And the question of who's responsible is more complicated than it seems. Let's get straight to it. The numbers, they're staggering. As of mid-2025, the national average home price is around $700,000. In places like Vancouver and Toronto, the benchmark jumps to over $1 million for a single family home. Think about that. $1 million just to have a place to live. But this isn't just a big city issue anymore. The fire has spread. Once affordable regions like the Maritimes and Prairies have seen their prices skyrocket. And if you think that renting is the solution, think again. The national average rent for a 2-bedroom is now over $2,100. In Vancouver, it's over $3,000. In many cities, double-digit annual rent hikes are the new normal. At the heart of this is a massive imbalance between supply and demand. Canada has the fewest housing units per 1,000 people of any G7 country. And we're not building fast enough. In recent years, for every new home built, 4 to 5 new people have been added to the population. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a garden hose while a fire hydrant gushes water into it. According to the CMHC, we need to build 3.5 million additional homes by 2030 to restore the affordability to 2004 levels. Let me repeat this. 3.5 million extra homes. We started under 250,000. The math doesn't lie. It's quite bleak. Behind these numbers are real people. The dream of a white picket fence is being replaced by a lifetime of renting, or worse. Young Canadians are especially hard hit. An RBC report under CEO Dave McKay warns of coming wave of shelter poverty. Households spending so much on housing that basic needs like food and healthcare get cut. With student debt and unstable jobs already burdening the generation, homeownership is quickly becoming a pipe dream. And what about those who can't afford rent at all? Homelessness is surging. On any given night, about 35,000 Canadians are homeless. Over a year, that number grows to more than 235,000. These aren't just statistics. These are people, families, seniors, youth. Many have been priced out of homes they once could afford. The strain on our healthcare and social system is enormous, with cost of homelessness topping $7 billion annually. This crisis also deepening inequality. Homeowners have seen their wealth explode, while everyone else is left behind. It's not just an economic divide, it's a social one as well, splitting the country into housing haves and have-nots. If this information hits you as hard as it hit me, and you want to stay informed on issues that truly matter to Canadians, hit that subscribe button. I'm committed to going beyond the headlines and asking the tough questions. Ring the bell so you don't miss the future videos. Your support helps me keep going. So, how did we get here? Is Justin Trudeau solely to blame? The truth is, while his government bears significant responsibility, the roots of this crisis go back decades. It's a perfect storm of bad policies, inaction, and neglect from all levels of government and private sector. Let's start with the federal government under Trudeau. They've set record immigration targets, crucial for our economy, but they failed to pair them with aggressive housing strategies. Demand-side measures like first-time homebuyers incentive only added fuel to the fire, pushing prices up without addressing the supply. But it doesn't end there. The Bank of Canada, first under Stephen Paulus, now Tiff Macklem, kept interest rates historically low for years, encouraging borrowing and fueling demands. That predates Trudeau and created a housing market already overheating long before recent price hikes. The provinces aren't off the hook either. Doug Ford's Ontario government has focused on sprawl and been very slow to promote dense, affordable housing. In BC, both John Horgan and David Abey have struggled to control runaway markets, despite steps like the speculation and foreign buyers taxes. And then, of course, there are cities, like Vancouver and Toronto. Local governments have buried development and red tape. Restrictive zoning, long approval times, and high fees makes building the homes we need very slow and incredibly expensive. Finally, there is the financialization of housing. Big investors and REITs treat homes like profit machines, not places to live. This business model means rent hikes and renovictions for everyday tenants, and more pressure on the market that's already stretched thin. So, is there hope, or are we stuck in a system that rewards speculation and punishes people? Unfortunately, there is no silver bullet. But experts agree. We need a bold, coordinated action. The federal government has launched Canada's housing plan to speed up construction and reduce red tape. It's ambitious, but without serious cooperation from provinces and cities, it won't go very far. And Trudeau's team needs to make this happen after years of misaligned policy. We need tax reforms to curb speculation and investment in infrastructure to support growth. On a smaller scale, co-living and innovative housing are gaining traction, but these are merely band-aids, not cures. The federal housing advocate says we need to treat housing as a human right. That means putting people over profit, which is something corporate landlords and developers won't do on their own without a government involved. Canada's housing crisis is more than just a headline. It's a national emergency, threatening the financial security and well-being of millions. The data is undeniable. The human toll is absolutely real. And the decisions that brought us here were made at every level of power. Is this Justin Trudeau's fault? In part. A big part. Yes. But laying all the blame on him ignores a much deeper and broader failure by premiers, mayors, bankers, and the private sector. The dream of homeownership isn't dead, but it's on life support. Saving it means redefining what housing is. Not just an investment, but a right. That takes courage, leadership, and real changes, from Ottawa to city halls across the country. The question isn't whether action is needed, it's how fast it can come, because the future of our country depends on it. Thanks for watching. Take care.